We got Curtis Millender back here on the program. He's going to be taking on Max Griffin at UFC 226 on July 7th. Curtis, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, I am great. Working hard, getting ready for the showdown.
Yeah, and of course, last time you and I talked was you were coming off that big win in your UFC debut over Thiago Alves. What have you been up to since then? I know you've been training, keeping busy, but did you get up to anything interesting?
I got to take a trip to Puerto Rico for one of my friend's birthday, so that was fun. But as soon as I got back, it was right back to business.
Yeah, business as usual. And, of course, you got this huge fight against Max Griffin. Just first off, how excited were you not only to fight on International Fight Week, but also to fight Max Griffin? It's guaranteed a fight of the night.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I've been before he got called up, I wanted to fight him when he was running things up north. I've been looking at him for a while. He says he's never heard of me. He didn't know I was looking out for him, but I used to go attack the Twitter all the time. But it's gonna be fun. I'm definitely getting a bonus off of him. So it won't be a war, but there will be a fight of night bonus.
No, I agree. How do you feel like you match up against him?
I feel like it's a bad matchup for him. It's my speed, my range, my skill set. I don't really see he's good. Don't get me wrong, he's good, but I don't see anything special. I don't see anything that I need to that's gonna make me nervous. I should watch out for. Little strong, but he has to eat punches and knees and elbows before he can get in to use it.
Yeah, what did you think about his fight against Mike Perry? Because a lot of people were picking Perry in that fight, and Griffin went out there and took care of business, and basically he dominated the fight.
I picked Max in that fight. I don't think Mike Perry is very good. He's strong. He throws some big shots, but I think he's just more of a character. That's why he's getting this push, and he's good at social media.
Well, yes and no. I was going to ask you this as an African American. I don't know if you saw his tweet about Tyron Woodley. I don't know what that guy's doing.
I haven't seen that yet.
Well, I'll let you find that out for yourself. I don't really want to repeat the word that he used on social media there, but let's just say he's not winning the he's not going to have a lot of African American fans. I'll just leave it at that. So he kind of shoots himself in the foot there. Training camp, is it sort of just been business as usual for this fight? Because I know you've been on this winning streak. I imagine you're just going to if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, we're keeping everything the same. Just continuing to work hard, keep the grind. Not looking past Max, not doubting him, not downgrading him at all. He's good, but we just feel that we're better. That's all. And we're gonna go out there and show that.
And what about training partners? Who are some of the guys that are pushing you in this camp?
No, I'm keeping it simple. Like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keeping the same guys. Jacob Rosales, he's actually fighting the week before me in Bellator. Trent Moe, we have a lot of guys over at CSW. Working with a couple of familiar faces too, like Jalen Turner, Roosevelt Roberts, guys I've worked with in the past. So, just getting different looks, but that's what makes this fight easy. It's there's nothing different that I need to change. Everybody's gonna have the same game plan. Everybody wants to throw big shots and try to close the distance and try to get me on my back, but. This isn't the same Curtis from Bellator 3 years ago, and you can pressure me all you want, you're still going to get beat up.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. You mentioned Jalen Turner. He's going to be on the Contender Series. I just talked to him the other day, and I know he got his purple belt as well, so things are going well for him. Just as a team, how much of a boost is that to see Jalen get a big opportunity like this, especially when Bellator, in my opinion, dropped the ball not signing this kid?
Yeah, it's that's crazy. I remember Jalen before he even was a pro. He called me up. Both from the same city. He called me up and asked me if we can train together, and he came out, and I was amazed. 6 foot, fighting at 45 at the time. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Even last time I seen him, I was like, yo, there's no way in hell you're 55. You're so big. So, but I'm excited. I'm excited for both him and Roosevelt Roberts. I believe he's on the Contender Series the last week. So, those guys are going to be studs.
Well, I mean, it must be good as a gym. You obviously made the UFC this year. It's nice to see all of you sort of come up together and finally get that recognition because, we've done interviews in the past and you're mentioning training partners, but, these are going to be names that people are going to remember and they're going to know going forward because they're finally going to make their mark.
Yeah, yes, they are. And they're going to be animals. Those guys are some big 55ers, and it's going to be scary. They're fast. They're good on the ground, well-rounded. it's problems coming.
Did you watch Contender Series last night?
Yes, I did. Kevin.
What did you think? I was going to ask you about Kevin Holland because you guys fought, obviously.
Man, I was rooting for him. I think that's the best guy I fought. Definitely gave me the hardest fight, and I think that, he did good, but I think he kind of blew it. I seen the matchup when I seen them face off. I was like, okay, so UFC definitely wants him.
Yeah, no, I know. If you look at the matchup, because Santiago's just a short, stocky guy, Holland had a huge reach advantage in that, and it seemed, I don't know, to me, just as I'm not an analyst, but just as watching, I think maybe the showboating kind of went a little bit too far, and maybe that's what didn't get him the contract last night.
Yeah, I feel he blew it with that, but 25 years old, like, he'll probably end up knocking 2 or 3 more guys out or subbing them, and then he'll be there. He'll be there within the next year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, not just his fight style, but his personality too. I mean, you need a little bit of that too. But he's an exciting fighter, so I think it's definitely someone on the UFC's radar. But let's get back to you, man. The weight cut. I mean, we got a couple weeks away from this fight. It's obviously not too soon, but it's not around the corner either. Is that process started already?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm about 15 to 17 out right now, so it's easy breezy. I actually did a juice cleanse, just to kind of get a heads up. I had never done it before, just to see how it worked. And today is the last day of that, so can't wait until tomorrow. But it's the weight's coming off. As long as I'm training and working hard, it's gonna come off.
So tell me how that works. What are you allowed to drink? How long did this go on for? I'm curious about this.
It's a 3-day juice cleanse. It's 6 juices a day. Drink about 1 gallon to 2 gallons of water and 64 ounces of green tea. And it's pee, poop, everything just comes out, and you wake up refreshed.
Okay, yeah, I'll take your word for it. We don't need to go into any more details after that. I kind of get what you're saying. That's good. As far as your corner, who's going to be kind of by your side at this fight?
The same group. I have Ben Jones, my head coach. My strength conditioning coach, Mike Harris, is a big part of the mental game for me as well. I didn't have him the first 2 to 3 weeks of camp because he had a triple bypass surgery at the very beginning of camp. I believe it was about 2 or 3 days after we found out we got the fight. That's when he found out about the surgery. But, he's back, and he's back out on the field and in the gym yelling at me, screaming at me, telling me to get it together. And my striking coach, Uchenna Anyikam, who's been there since the beginning as well. So this is going to be a little weird, with only having 3 corners. My head coach from the very beginning, Billy Burke, this will be my first fight without him in the corner. So it's going to be a little different, a little bit of adjustment, but he has complete faith in the rest of the coaches, and going to go out there and do what we always do.
How come he's not going to be in your corner?
Just because, they only allow 3.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
He wanted to, at least be there for my first one, my first UFC fight, and he's a little older, dealing with some health issues, so he's gonna step down and watch, and he still calls me all the time, and make sure I'm still doing what I need to do. So
that's great. And how do you see this fight playing out on July 7th?
Second round, he's done. If he makes it to the third. It won't be very long into the third. I don't see, unless he completely tightens up, and it's so many holes. He says he wants to pressure me, but the way he strikes, if he pressures me, he's going to be open for something. It's just, can't wait. Can't wait.
Where do you feel like a win puts you in the division?
He's ranked 20 right now, so it's going to be very awesome to be in the top 20 with only my second fight in, and I'll be waiting for the winner of Yancy and Mike Perry.
Oh, nice. Okay, you already have your eye on that. That's great, because obviously they're on this card as well, too.
I'm always planning for the future. So I would like the winner of that fight, just to move up and, get one more fight in this year, then take the rest of the year off.
Before I let you go here, we'll talk a little bit of wrestling, pro wrestling. I know that's something we get to talk about here and there. Just first off, we had UFC 225 last weekend. CM Punk, just thoughts on that fight with Mike Jackson?
Man, being an LFA vet and, being around Mike, he's a cool dude. Like, feel like he probably should have finished him a little earlier. He definitely had the tools to finish him, but, it was rough. It was kind of rough to watch it.
Right. Okay, fair enough. And then Punk. I mean, do you think he'll fight again? It's just, I think a lot of people. It kind of just left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. I know people were, they give him credit because he went out there again, but it's tough. It's it wasn't a good. It was not a very good fight.
The first one I kind of like see. Okay, yeah, they gave him a ground guy. That was gonna happen. But getting closer to the fight, and I've watched Jackson's like Muay Thai fights, and he puts people out. So it made me a little nervous for Punk. But I don't want to see anybody getting beat up like that. That's not ready for it. Like it'll be hard unless they're just gonna bring a complete amateur up and let an amateur fight him. But nah, he's just go back to WWE so we can get that CM Punk and AJ Styles dream match.
There you go. and what are your thoughts on WWE? What's sort of really captivating you right now as far as the storylines and everything?
I can't wait to see Shinsuke and AJ this weekend. The men's Money in the Bank ladder match is going to be good. If Ronda wins, I'm done. Ronda wins, I'm done. And then I'm just curious to see what happens with the men's Money in the Bank because of New Day.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
And just hope Brock Lesnar comes back, gives up the belt, and just stop wasting time and holding up right. These guys.
Do you think Brock comes back to the UFC at all?
I hope so. And see him and John Jones, that would be awesome.
Well, people were talking last night about him and Greg Hardy or something, just because Hardy got the win. I don't know. There's all these people are making these wild things here. I mean, Hardy's got a lot of experience to gain, but yeah, just I think they think name value, right? NFL player against a WWE guy. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be good, but that Greg Hardy would probably just get taken down and beat up on, and that's at heavyweight. We can't have a CM Punk at heavyweight. We can't do that. Those guys.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Way too big. Sure. Somebody's really gonna get hurt. So,
what about Netflix? You watching any TV right now?
I am actually watching Ray Donovan right now.
Oh, nice! Great show. Great show.
Yeah, last time we talked, I was watching it and I kind of forgot about it and just got back to it. So I'm actually on the last episode of the first season. I watched the new The Shy. That's the one that Common produced. And then I watched I just finished the last season of Shameless.
Oh, best show ever. One of the best. It's in my top 5 for sure. It's so good.
Yeah, that show is awesome. So it's like right when you think it's calming down and it's more chaos.
No, another roller coaster. It pulls you back in, man. It's the best show. And this is going to be a great show, man. This card is stacked. It's UFC 226. It's coming up here July 7th. Curtis, it's always good talking to you, man. I always appreciate you taking the time. Just remind people where they can find you on social media. And if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
Please go to Curtis170 on Instagram, Curtis1 on Twitter. All my sponsors, thank you guys for taking care of me. I wouldn't be able to do this without you. JP23 Smokehouse Barbecue. If you're in the Fullerton area, July 7th, come down. That's for all my friends and family will be watching the fight there. Cana Beast, best CBD products on the market. NutriShop, Fullerton, Anaheim, always taking care of my supplements. Ally Sandblasting, Via Diamond Termite, JR's Wheels and Tires has my charger looking amazing. Thank you guys. And everybody, like I said, if you ever give me to a ride to the gym or help me to get to the gym, I love you and thank you.